How was it working with Shah Rukh Khan, with Mr. Bachchan?
Both of them have a common quality of being very, very down to earth, very humble, very easy to talk to. They don't give you the impression that there's a superstar. The film started with Shah Rukh Khan, and then the next most important character was Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, and I believe this story is a famous story. My first shot was, I think, in Mehboob Studio, where we shot one of the songs. Aankhein khuli ho yahan mein. That was my first shot. Hey guys, this is Preeti Jhangiani.
This is Parvin Dabas
And you're watching us
on Bollywood Hungama.
Hungama.
We have loved them in films. We have loved them in whatever they do in life. Well, ये एक power pack couple है. आज Bollywood हंगामा पर मेरे यानी उर्मिन के साथ please welcome Preeti Jhangiani and Parvin Dabas.
Thank you. Thank you so
Urmin.
much.
Thanks. Hi guys, how are you all doing?
Great.
Doing good?
You look wonderful. First of all, let me just say this.
Thank you.
And I'm going to move on to a year that we'll never forget because there were some amazing actors that did their debut in the Hindi film industry. Preeti, you being one. In the year 2000 comes Mohabbatein. And इस फिल्म को मतलब larger than life बड़े-बड़े actors एक साथ मिलना and you know for them to create these amazing sets, we loved watching it. How was the experience for you?
It was an experience that kind of defined my entire acting career, I would say, because in the sense I don't think I would have got a debut. I don't think I would have got a training ground like this if I had done any other film as my debut. I think I was one of the first few actors to be signed on for it after, of course, the film started with Shah Rukh Khan, and then the next most important character was Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, and I believe this story is a famous story that they decided that we'll take Mr. Amitabh Bachchan in that character when it was not a character that they would have felt that he would have played.
Right.
But he did, and thank God for that, because it gave the film a different dimension. And I remember I had just done a music video called Ye Hai Prem, and Aditya Chopra, I think I just got a call from the Yash Raj office at home, and they said, please come in for a meeting. So I went in with my dad, because my dad travelled with me everywhere, and we met Adi. And
So how old were you? You said that
18 at the time.
18.
Yeah, when I first met Adi. Yeah. So he was wonderful. He sat us down. He understood that we're not from the industry.
Yeah.
And so he sat us down and he explained to us what it would be like, and that there's this film that he wants to do, and that I would have to commit a certain amount of time, because I was already doing a lot of South films by then. I had already done a film called Tamru with Pavan Kalyan and a film called Narsimha Naidu with Balkrishan sir, and these are very big stars in the South, so these films were touted to be big releases. So obviously, if, I would be doing a lot more films after that, but he made us understand that it would require a commitment. And I'm very glad that he did give that time, because from Hindi diction, because our Hindi was so Bombaya, from Hindi diction to theatre, stage acting, voice throwing with Barry John, to Vidur sir, to dancing with Farah Khan, to folk dance with Farah, to Indian classical with Geeta, and my Guruji as well. So my role was of a classical dancer, so obviously the most work had to be put into this character, because I knew, the kind of stance that comes from being from years of dancing, comes only after years of dancing. So, but I had to get that in 8 months. So for 8 months, I remember it was an 8-month intensive Kathak and Bharatnatyam kind of course which I had to do.
Wow.
And along with that, I had to go in the evening and then join the others for Farah's dancing, which included a lot of Bollywood folk, things like that, which we would every day have to do different songs and then different scenes and training. Karan was also involved in my kind of training, teaching me how to what are the kind of expressions that I expected, or how I should behave, what should be my demeanor, things like that. Along with, of course, training with Adi in terms of different scenes from different films and how we would approach them. I think there was a lot of training that went into it.
ऐसा लगता है ना जब हम फिल्म देखते हैं तो यार ये तो कितना easy होगा, but what goes behind the actor to prepare for that role, it's just
You have to give it to directors like a Meera Nair or an Aditya Chopra, because they realize the importance of rehearsal, or of taking the time out for the actors to understand, because that was a time when all the actors were doing 10 films at one time, and actually that is a very difficult way for you to be able to fully do justice to that character.
So your first shot that we see in the film is you in this Dulhan outfit waiting on the other side of the train station, and Karwa Chauth ka wo din hai. Was that your first shot?
Actually? No, that wasn't my first shot. My first shot was, I think, Mehboob Studio, where we shot one of the songs. That was my first shot.
But when you saw yourself in that first scene,
the Adi specifically called us to show it to us, to show us that, show us all our mistakes and what was not right in it. That was the first thing we shot, and then that was the first thing we were made to see how else we can improve, and what else we can do to improve ourselves.
How was it working with Shah Rukh Khan, with Mr. Bachchan?
Both of them have a common quality of being very, very down to earth, very humble, very easy to talk to. They don't give you the impression that there's a superstar in the room. They don't let you feel that. So in turn, it means they're making you feel more comfortable, and they make the person opposite them feel like a star themselves. They'll give you that much attention, and if they speak to you even a line, it will be with that much attention. And of course, everybody knows that Shah Rukh is very charming. He's extremely charming and extremely knowledgeable. And when we sat around, when we were not shooting in the hotels and at outdoor shoots, we would always be playing a game. He's very competitive. He and Adi have had legendary fights, and we've been in either or's team, and we're all like too scared to answer, because if the answer turns out wrong and they lose the point, God forbid, because of that, then it's like,
oh my,
so they don't, neither of them likes to lose at all. And yeah, Mr. Bachchan will be sitting with he said, don't make me sit with the buddo ke saath mat bitao mujhe, I want to sit with you young guys, and I want to talk, what are you all speaking about? I want to speak about that and all of that. I want to sit with you all. Why are you making me sit there? Things like that. So he was very humorous, very,
Was there something that they taught you that helped you in your films ahead?
Yes. In fact, while singing a particular song in the Holy song where I had a line, I remember we had to retake that shot a couple of times, and finally Shah Rukh came. He was in the shot as well. So he finally came to me and said, see, you have to really sing the song. I've always been very conscious about my voice. And at the time it was even more gruff. I think it's been it's a deep voice. So I've always been very conscious. I never sing out, I would never sing the song out loud. He said, listen, you have to actually sing the song, because remember that the camera can catch everything. So if you're lying, the camera is going to catch it. And right now, by not singing, you're lying. So just sing it.
So like sing it out loudly.
So sing it and don't care who's listening. So I sang it with Lata Mangeshkar behind me. No. And I sang it, and the shot was okay. So that's something I learned.
Wonderful, wonderful. Great memories with Mohabbatein, and we can't keep... do you watch it on TV or anytime soon? Like, do you judge yourself, or do you start like thinking about, oh, isko wapas karna chahiye tha?
No, actually, I really
enjoyed it.
Liked the film, and I enjoyed watching.
So have we.
Yeah.
कितनी अच्छी थी यार, क्या काम किया मैंने, वाह
क्या मजा आया.
But I enjoyed watching the film as a whole. I do think it was a beautiful story.
I was just watching the last scene of Mohabbatein the other day, where there's a conversation between you and Amrish Puri ji, and then Shefali comes in and says that, tell him the truth now. And to think of it in today's day and age, like, कि कैसे हुआ होगा? क्या ये, do you all also look at films and then think that maybe it was created for an audience in that year?
See, it's hard to analyze, because as we know, there's so many things which make a
make a film or don't make it.
Yeah.
You know, so it just gets made, and there's something magical which happens with every film.
Right.
You know, at that point of time, you know, and it's hard to analyze it.
Correct,
So it's better not to analyze it. You know, ये है कि वो बन जाती है बस कि स्क्रिप्ट था, ये था, म्यूजिक अच्छा था, एक्टर ये वो सब कुछ था,
Something clicks.
लोगों को
Yeah.
भी अच्छा लगा, something clicks and it does well.
You know, you have a film like Lamhe, which is a beautiful film,
Oh,
but
yeah.
at that time that it releases, it doesn't do well, and then later it's considered a classic.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Yeah.